to the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Well, they love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Play fake. Murray. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, it's Murray. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson, takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll return it from the 6. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Murray again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
That is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Hits Murray. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Throwing now is Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Herb Smith Jr. with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can gets through and now an opening. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
It's 2nd and 2. Murray going to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Check.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This time they stay on the ground, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Caught left side Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
First down, Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Murray off play action. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second down at 4. Here's Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Forced out to his left. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Koo now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Cardinals are going to get the football back. His time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
31's the mic.
Murray now on first down. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Easy.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Flushed out right. This is caught. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd down and goal. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Murray's throw complete there to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Murray now on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56. Let's go, Heavy.
What you got?
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. To the air again, Fields. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Come on, D.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Arizona, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.